All right. Let's take a look at some stuff. First of all, thanks for watching this. I'm going to try and make it quick, but there's some pretty important things that we need to go through really quickly. These are your February notes, and this is my third week here, so we're just going to cover a couple of things. Starting with do the best you can until you know better, then when you know better, do better. So we have some change going on in the structuring of the company right now. Some people are confused, frustrated. I completely understand. So here's how it goes. Jason Dotson is the owner of our company, and Troy Haas is the general manager. We have multiple categories within the company, which starts with special events. Chris Mullinex helps manage some of those. Also, we have Jess Pace and several other individuals. We will fill out this chart by the beginning of the summer, but right now this is what that looks like. And then you have dispatch. You have Taylor Haas, who is your dispatch manager, and she is over your dispatchers, which include Morgan, Autumn, Tina, and they also include Lori, Heather, and Carla. You also have training. That's going to be Dave Wells, who is your corporate compliance manager. He's also handling equipment and training, and that's going to include EMS training, ACLS training, and everything else you can think of. Casey, who is your station manager but is out on medical, is handling some training as well, and she's also in charge of your scheduling. For HR, you have Randy Asher. HR is everything from your tax withholdings, your pay issues with other employees, concerns about employee policy. Under marketing, you have me. It's not the greatest place to put me, but it's the best way to kind of explain what I do. I am the director of company affairs, and I'm also your interim physical station manager. I handle everything from customer interactions to contract writing to equipment and supply organizing. You name it, I do it. I've been with the company in some way, shape, and form for about 16 years now. And that's how I ended up here helping out you guys. And then you have your QA, which is Lori Christo, who's a paramedic. If you have not met her, she hides in the back over on Main Street. Say hello. Heather Mullinex, who is an advanced EMT, and she also handles some of the billing, such as for wheelchair. And then Carla Tucker, who is an EMT, and she helps handle some of the basic QA and dispatching. So, and then up here in the corner you have what is a completely different offset chute, which is also owned by Jason Dotson, and that's your fleet, all of your truck repairs, anything to do with the company vehicles, and the manager there is Chris Mullinex, and that's the station over on Martha. Okay, so we're going to start with the very front door. My daughter put a nice little friendly note, but I also put it up in a print for you, and essentially it says, please lock the door. Here's the code. Don't give the code out. It's most important to lock the door, obviously, when there's nobody in the station when you walk out, and also at night. So if you're leaving the station at night, even if there are people in the station, please lock the door by pressing the lock button. And if you are trying to unlock the door, you're going to want to enter that code and press the unlock button probably twice. So this is the first thing you see right when you walk through the door. You can see that there are multiple boxes. We're going to talk more about those in just a minute. And then a lot of what appears to be company and ambulance equipment. It's important to note that because your personal effects do not belong here. Issuing of lockers will help kind of subside this. Also, everything will be moved out into the garage, so when you're done with your bedding, you'll need to take your tote out to the garage, and so on and so forth. This is some cleaning spray that someone has left out. I also want to talk about bed bugs. If you need to take care of a bed bug situation, you will need to decontaminate at Main Street, and there's a process for that, and we'll be talking about that later on. Uh, Linen, I like to get that taken out every other day. It goes to Avita. It would be very helpful if you were headed that way to please grab the full linen bags. Okay, so here is all the paperwork that used to be in the blue box that took up all that space on the kitchen counter. This is everything that you had before, plus a little bit more. Anything that you need should be up here. If you're getting low, just tell me and I'll take care of that for you. And then this is a temporary charging station. There is a plug that's plugged in the back corner here, and everything that is electronic is kind of plugged in over here right now. Obviously, there are more electronic things such as pumps on the ambulances, and we are in the process of trying to keep that organized and put together. And then over here, you have some more medical supplies and equipment. There's some monitor paper up here, some vent supplies. You also have some house bags, some pump bags, things like that. And then down here, a lot of people like to leave their shoes here. We don't currently have a locker, so I put them down there. This is your new work setup. You have 3 computers. I want you to notice that there's no Monster cans, root beer 2 liters, garbage, baby bottles, etc. on this desk. That's because this is not where your personal effects belong. There is a garbage can and a lost and found. After things have been in lost and found for a week, they will be thrown away. And I really don't want to throw away all your pop cans and whatever. I have teenagers at home, so I'm going to go ahead and do that with them. I don't need to do it with you as well. Okay, here's the board. Sonic the Hedgehog up there, happy guy. Middle computer has a pin. That's what the pin is. I've tried to remove it to unlock it. Can't do it, so we're stuck with it. Also, some notes about out-of-service trucks. I tried to list kind of what's going on with those. This is your HIPAA box. I hung it up. There's a slot in the top, and we're going to leave it on the wall, and this is why. So I'm going to be setting up probably about 15 envelopes that will be reusable that you will put your paperwork in at the end of the night. You don't have to write anything on the front of it. You're simply going to put you and your partner's paperwork for the night in the envelope, and then dispatch will take it and replace the envelope. So you'll always have a reusable envelope on the counter, and you're just going to throw your paperwork in there. That way when they open the HIPAA box, they don't get smacked with a bunch of paper. Also, you know who you are. Stop stapling your papers in the middle. I get it. You're an angry person, but that's not nice. And cameras are up and running. This is not any kind of personal violation or anything like that. It has more to do with theft that has happened outside, issues that physically with the station that have happened inside. So this is a great way for us to kind of keep ourselves safe and our things safe. I've moved around the kitchen, obviously. Right here between the stove and the counter, there needs to be 3 inches of space, so try not to shove the counter towards the stove. Also, you can see that we're trying to keep the floor clean. The window has been insulated with insulation, and also I've put up some blackout curtains to try and black out some of the light at night. And you can see like all of the dishes are done, the counters are clean, because that's how things are supposed to look, especially at the end of a shift. Need some cleaning supplies? Underneath of the kitchen sink, right there. There's your cleaning supplies. Need some garbage bags? Underneath of the counter where the microwave is. That's where your garbage bags are. This is kind of what a refrigerator should look like. I don't have a ton of garbage in here. I don't have a ton of old food in here. And it doesn't smell, even though you can't smell through a video. And then I did this for you. This is K-Cup, and I have provided K-Cups, and I probably will provide them the duration of the time that I'm here. So help yourself, and you're welcome to bring your own K-Cups if you want. Lost and found, like I said, I'm going to probably throw that away once a week. If you can see over here, these are waterproof mattress pads. If you're sleeping on a bed here and you don't have one on there, please grab one and throw that on. That way we're kind of keeping the mattresses clean, but also protecting ourselves as well. These are your shift duties. You were responsible for doing these starting on Monday. I am going through where everything is, just in case you don't know where to find it. Weekly on the schedule means that you're going to assist with the weekly duties. Every day there are weekly duties for 2 crews. But everything that you need to do is in here. If you're having any issues with getting your station duties done, like you don't have equipment or something like that, please let me know. You see how this door is closed? Once you're done in this room, this is what this door is supposed to look like. It's not supposed to look like this. This is a drug storage room. It's not marked, but when you shut that door, the door is locked, and that's kind of what we're going for. Do you see this light switch? That's going to turn on the light in the drug storage room. Inconvenient, so I put some lights on the locker so you could press on them to walk over and find the switch. But there is a light in the ceiling above the lockers, and that will turn on if you use this switch. This is not going to stay. I'm in the middle of doing an overhaul of your shower room. Yes, you do have a shower room. I will be revealing that probably on Monday. But the door is blocked at the moment. It won't stay that way. But here's where your toilet paper, paper towels, and things like that are currently at. Now this, this came out of nowhere, right? This is a lithium-ion battery explosion. And you're probably like, what does this have to do with anything? Well, that's because our monitors have lithium-ion batteries inside of them. And multiple times you've been told, hey, don't leave your monitors out in the cold. And that's because of the shrinking and swelling and sweating of these batteries. And if you leave your monitors in the cold, you're not only destroying the batteries, which are incredibly expensive, and will lead to you only having an AED, but you're also causing damage in general that can cause damage to the inside of your truck and put you at risk. If you are leaving your shift and no one is taking your truck, then you are going to need to absolutely take your monitor out and bring it in. I have provided places for you to plug those in right in the entryway. And if you're having any issues with monitors, you can get a hold of Dave Wells. Also, there are additional monitors on Main Street, and you can always have access to those if you contact either Troy or Dave or Taylor. This is what it looked like on the box when we got the batteries. So don't confuse this with, oh, she's just trying to scare me. No, these are actually very dangerous. You need to help us take care of them. Your phones. We've had multiple issues with the phones, and here's why. Please do not turn the volume all the way down on your phone. Your phone is meant to wake you up. It's meant to alert you. If you're annoyed by the volume of your phone, maybe you should get a little bit more sleep before your shift starts, because the phones need to be not only turned on, but with the volume turned up. The next shift is missing calls because you are turning your volume down and they don't know that it's turned down. Also, letting your battery in your phone die destroys the battery. When you start to get to probably 20%, you need to plug that in. If there's not a way for you to plug it in your truck, you need to tell me and I'll make sure to fix that for you. But sending your dead battery phone to the next crew is just really inconvenient and not a nice thing to do. Also, if you're not getting your text messages, you need to reboot your phone. I understand it's inconvenient, but sometimes carrier and network settings are just not updating the way that they're supposed to. February 20th at 8 a.m., that is going to be our OMTB state inspections. Your trucks are going to need to be clean, and everything that the state requires is going to need to be on that truck. Dave has done truck inspections. You have all done state truck inspections with the forms that are in the front. So I need you, when you're getting off shift, to take out all your personal items, make sure everything is clean, and so on and so forth. And I strongly encourage those who come in on February 7th to double check their trucks. We don't only want Dave to look good, but we want the company to look good. We don't want it to look like we're driving around without the things that we need, especially because we're definitely providing those for you. So please do us all a favor and step up and help out. Your personal items. I will be issuing lockers next week. We started putting them in the garage. Your personal items need to go into your lockers or into your totes. They don't need to be on the shelves in the front of the building, the desks, in the living room, in a corner. All those things are going to need to be put away. I understand that this is your home away from home, but everybody has to share it. So that means that moving your personal items gives other people a place to get whatever they need to get done. Alrighty. This is my phone number, as usual. Some of you don't have it. It is written up on the board. I wanted to make sure that you had access to it. You can call me or text me anytime you're having any kind of problem or concern. Yes, you can still call Troy. Yes, you can still call Taylor. You can even call Dave if you really need to, or you're having a problem with anything equipment-wise, especially, or training-wise. But I'm here, so you can get a hold of me anytime. Badge photos. If you have not gotten your picture taken for your badge photo, please take your picture in front of the photo wall and send it to me in a text message. If you do not get it done, I will be in to take your picture. I cannot promise that it will be when you're looking your best. It may be as soon as you're getting off of a shift, first thing in the morning. If you want a good picture, please get your badge photo done. And that's going to be just about all for tonight, but after you've watched this, I just want you to write your name up on the board. I do want to thank everybody who did their training. I now have 21 people who have completed the stretcher training. If you have not gotten it done, just a reminder that that is due by Friday. And if you don't have it done on Friday, do not worry, because we will make sure that you get it done. Just maybe not in a way that's most convenient for you. So if you could get your stretcher training done, it's probably about 15 minutes with a quiz. If you have any questions about that, please let me know. And thanks for listening, and I hope that you all have a great night. Like I said, any questions, concerns, problems, whatever that you're having, please just get a hold of me, and